Alright, so in this lesson we're going to do something a little bit different. Obviously the head can be drawn using a circle or an oval, but there's all kinds of head shapes in cartooning. In this lesson we're going to be using an oval only on its side. The kind of thing you'd think of for Stewie from Family Guy. We're not going to be drawing Stewie in this lesson though, we're going to be drawing a fox. Alright, so first I'm starting with that oval shape from the side. And I'm making it sort of have pointy ends. Not super pointy on the left and on the right, but a little bit. And I'm putting in the guidelines for the eyes. When you're drawing cartoon characters, you want to make sure that you're drawing them always uniform. So you want to put these guidelines in, know roughly where on the line the eyes are, where the nose is. A lot of animators, when cartooning, will put the eyes just above the eye line and they'll put the nose just below, just to give them a standard measurement, a standard proportion for the character, so the character is recognizable in every context you see them. So I'm drawing in the eyes, and I'm starting to draw in the brows for this sneaky kind of look. Eyebrows are a big part of expression. I'm making a conical, kind of like upturned banana shape for the nose, and I'm doing a curved line for the cheek, and sort of a half triangle coming down for the mouth. And I'm drawing the lip going completely around the mouth to give it a sense of fullness and dimension. I'm drawing here the texture on the side of the fox. It's just a collection of small curves stacked on top of each other. Notice the perspective on the ear. I'm putting that inside edge on both ears, so one's pointed one way, one's pointed the other way. Now I'm drawing the jowls coming down by the eye and then curving down around the mouth and ending up around the chin. Give it a little bit of separation, a little bit more detail, and it also gives you some anatomy that will allow you to make facial expressions, give it a more animated look. I'm cleaning up my lines like we always do at this stage of the drawing, and I'm making the lines that I like a little bit more full, committing to them, putting broken lines where I want to make the transition a little bit more subtle. Come in here, reshaping these curves. I wanted to make them a little bit more pointed, so it seemed like fur. It's good to take your time when cleaning up your lines. You want to commit to something that's going to be aesthetically pleasing. Put in a kind of texture here for this eyebrow, just to distinguish it from the other borders. Put a little gesture line just on the inside of the brow. Here I'm darkening in the eyelashes as an area of focus. Cleaning up this line, making it a broken line, the one that goes down the nose. Sometimes I'll be drawing and I'll decide, I've been cleaning up these lines for a while, I want to do something a little different, and I start shading before the last step. It just encourages me. Makes me start to see the ultimate vision recognized earlier on. I don't want to wait. I'm impatient. There you go, give it a nice calligraphy line on the mouth. Notice that's a little bit thicker in the middle of the cheek line. Continuing to clean up the lines, I decided to make that line have a little bit more character by curving it. I don't know if you noticed me draw the tongue in earlier, but it's basically just a curve with another curved line down the middle of it to give you that tongue separation. I blacked in the mouth. It's good to have some nice dark black values in your work, especially in this kind of illustrative work like cartooning and comic books and anime. It's those large dark areas that really give your drawing some weight and makes it seem solid and believable. The the audience's eye will always be attracted to areas of greatest contrast. So the mouth, the eyes, features are what should have those dark values a lot of the time. I decided my cheek flared out a little bit too much on the right side, so I made it a little smaller. My pupil was a little bit too big, I erased it and made that smaller. Notice how much I change things and refine them as I work. That's how this process works. You lay down sort of like the basic structure, can be a little bit rough, and then as you're working, the fact that you've committed, at least in part, to these construction lines lets you see more clearly what you have to do to make it more aesthetically pleasing, to make it more attractive, to make it look better. I fixed that hair up so it seemed like it worked together better at the top before it was a little bit disunified. Now I'm gonna go in towards the end here and add some shading. And there you have it, our little fox character. I hope yours looks great. See you next time.